everyone? It's Ryan from Rocky Mountain Cigar Show here, back for another live Thursday night episode. Hello to everybody out there watching it right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight, we've got a interesting style show. We're going to be doing a little bit of cigars and a little bit of politics. Our guest is running for the 18th district for Congress in this great state of Florida. We'll be talking with him about that. Just want to make very, very clear that the views that he expresses are his. They are not the show views. While we may agree in some areas, I'm sure there are areas where we disagree. I just really want to make that known that he is on first and foremost because he is a cigar manufacturer who just happens to be running for Congress. So, of course, we're going to talk about that as well. And I've got some interesting and fun questions dedicated around that. So if you know anybody in Florida, definitely tell them to turn this on, especially if they are in the 18th district. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? There we go. We got Bruce, and we got Bruce again. Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Bruce, for always being a fan favorite here and tuning in. But before we get to Eddie, I just got to say thank you so much to all my show sponsors. Hey, we got Mike tuning in. Thank you so much to all my show sponsors. Big shout outs to Drew Estate, ROCF Cigars.com, BAMF Cigars.com. By the way, if you are interested in ROCFcigars.com or BAMFcigars.com, save yourself 15% by using my promo code RMCS15, and you will get 15% off site-wide for your entire order. Big shout out to K by Karen Berger. And by the way, if you're in the Colorado area, next Friday, Bruce will actually be in town here in Greenwood Village over at Stanley Pappas's place. Stop over, say hi, tell him you saw the announcement on the show, and he might take care of you. We'll find out. Huge shout out to New Air, the best damn humidor that you will ever have, especially if you live in a very dry climate like mine. And a box humidor is a very hard thing to play upkeep with, always changing bovedas. This is a fully self-contained system, heat, cools, and it has a nano sprayer for humidification with a water reservoir in it. All you do is just set it and forget it and fill the reservoir like once a month or something like that. And it just works. And that's exactly what you want your humidor to do. And if you go into details and description in this video, you will see a promo code to save yourself 15% off their humidors. That probably will be going site-wide for New Air, working something out with them. But right now, that does apply to the humidors. And as always, thank you so much to the family over at Christoph Cigars. If you're looking for a great cigar, definitely pick up a Christoph. They had a fantastic showing at PCA. In fact, all of these companies that are sponsors here had fantastic showings at PCA. Last, but certainly not least, tonight I am going to be, we're going to be drinking on the Axe and Oak original bourbon distilled right here in Colorado Springs. Thank you so much to the team at Axe and Oak for believing in the show. I was a fan of theirs long before they came on as a show sponsor. And the last thing I want to bring everybody up to, so we're doing a really big charity event here at the end of this month, and there are only a few tickets left right now. They're $150 a piece. You're going to be getting a minimum of 5 cigars, Fat Man appetizers, because I picked them. And what that means is there's going to be pot stickers, egg rolls, tacos, sliders. It's not a dinner, but it should fill you up just the same. There's going to be a beautiful challenge coin that we have made, as well as the Glencairn. And the challenge coin is going to fit over the Glencairn as a topper. There's going to be live music, live and silent auctions as well. And we currently have stuff. We're going to be getting stuff from K by Karen Berger. We have stuff from CAO, Altidus, Gurkha, Kathy 1901, Christoph Cigars. We're getting stuff in from Oliva, Big Sky Cigars out of Montana. Big shout out to them. They're going to be on the show here in about a month. We've got stuff from Perdomo, BAMF, Asylum 13, CLE, Aroa, JC Newman, Rockefeller, McAuliffe, and Fuente and Sagrado. Sagrado is a local manufacturer to Colorado, but I do want to give everybody just a quick little peek. Very, very happy with these. Thank you so much to Distillery Products out of Montana for helping us with this. But you can see, look at that label. These are the custom made Glen. My fingerprints are absolutely all over it because I have been handling it all day because I've been really, really in love with it. That is the emblem for this year's show, and probably you'll see it on later stuff coming up as well. But the coin that we are making is going to fit right over the Glencairn just like that. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have tickets to that show. Now, I see that Eddie jumped off. Eddie, are you there? There he is. All right, before we go, bring in Eddie here real quick. We have, thank you so much, Mikey, for joining the show. Ish, my good friend Ish, from BAMF Cigars and ROCF Cigars, Dominican made, African made. This guy has venues all over the country, all over the world, and he makes absolutely fantastic cigars. So definitely use my promo code RMCS15 for 15% off his website. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in the soon, or hopefully soon, wanting to be congressional member of the 18th district in the great state of Florida. How you doing, Eddie? Oh, can't hear you. I think you might be on mute. Is that me? No. Is Eddie coming through? He was coming through on the backstage. Hold on, let me see. No, got nothing there. Let's see here. Eddie, go down into the into the settings on the gear and see if we can change your settings to speaker. Gotta love technical difficulties. Eddie's actually having a little bit of a technical difficulty in Florida right now, as there was a really big rainstorm coming through. So we'll see if that's not going to interfere with what we're trying to do here tonight. But at least I know it's not on my end this time. No, nothing, man. Hit the gear and then go to audio output. Oh, there we go. We got you. All right. How you doing, Eddie?
Hold up.
Oh, we just had, yep, there we go.
You got me?
Yep, we got you. I'm going to be drinking tonight out of this glass. I just got these glasses in for the event. I just got these glasses in. We can hear you, Eddie.
Good. Sorry, guys. So about a huge thunderstorm. We're in Florida. A thunderstorm came through. It got dark really before this. We were actually supposed to be downtown, second Thursday, downtown Lakeland together. So we were going to do a few hours that, again. But yeah, I don't think that went over too well. Pretty bad. Electricity went out all over the place. Looking at Tico, they said it wasn't at 1 a.m. I'm like, here we go. But 15 minutes prior to coming on.
Hey, Eddie, do you have a plug-in headset? You're coming across real choppy.
Sure. Hold on.
I bet you it's just the storm is interfering with your Bluetooth or something.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, so much better.
All right. There
Absolutely. Perfect. So, Eddie, before we kind of get into and start grilling you about politics, let's first kind of start back with a little bit of just a little history on yourself, how you got into cigars, just the short story version. And then we'll kind of move right along and talk about some of your brands, talk about what you're doing, and then we'll start to get into your politics side. But really quick, if you guys jump over to Tarzana for Congress, Tarazona for Congress.com, and you donate $20 and you do it while you're watching the show and let us know, and Eddie can confirm, he's going to be giving away, I don't know, you said two boxes of his cigars, roughly a $400 value. So for $20, you could be entered into a $400 raffle. All you got to do is go over to Tarzana for Congress, and you will have the ability to get those. Look at that. All right. So let me go ahead and throw that up. That's Tarazona for Congress.com. Go ahead and click on that link and go ahead, if you feel obliged, while he is talking, to go over and donate $20 to his campaign. Then you have the ability to win 2 boxes of cigars.
Hold on, really quick. Correction.
No,
Tarazona FL. Tarazona.com.
Tarazona.com. All right. So let me fix that.
For Florida.
Tara. All right, Eddie, go ahead and give us a little background on you.
All right. Well, went off to college, Liberty University. That's where it started the company. When up in Virginia, right after college, 2000, really got into cigars around 15 years old because my brother, he took me Calle and actually that day Heat Street in Miami and South Beach. He ends up buying a box, and then in South Beach, and I end up shaking this little old Cuban man's hand. It was just warm. Something about him, though, just spoke volumes to me. In the cigar industry at 15 years old. End up going up to college up in Virginia. Went to Liberty University, where I was in my brother up in Washington, D.C., because he's going to George Washington University. Cigars all over the place. It was awesome. I mean, cigars. Well, I ended up graduating from college, out of college. It was a great job, but the recession was happening, so and I told my wife at the time, I want to start my own brand. This is what I want to do. And that's where it started. But because my top 3 loves for patient would be cigars, law and government, and football. That's pretty much that it was no particular order at the time. But so 20 years later, now we're in 2002, so yeah. So now 21 years later.
So real quick, yes, I know he's still coming through just a little choppy, but I think that's because of the weather. I don't think that's necessarily because of him.
Let me try these other.
If you do have plugins, that'll work fine. While he's getting that, yeah, go ahead.
Hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Clear? Everybody?
Yeah, we can hear you clear.
All right.
There's a little bit of a delay, but I think that is due to weather. Absolutely not a problem. You're coming through. So again, if you guys feel obliged, jump on over to that link that I posted, the second link that I posted. Donate $20 and you have the ability to win 2 boxes of Eddie's cigars. He will ship them straight to you. And once he gets back here, we will kind of go ahead and continue. But I do got to say, man, with a little bit of liquor in this glass, what do you think of this glass, Eddie?
I like it.
Oh,
It's
man,
nice.
these are custom made for our fundraiser that we're doing for Ronald McDonald House.
This here, I love this company. Found them on a few years ago. The company. It's plastic. It looks like
glass.
Different shapes, pint glasses for beer, for just straight liquor, wine. Really, really cool.
2 boxes, Bruce, to 1 winner. One winner gets 2 boxes. So if that's worth $20,
guys,
then go ahead.
And if you want to be more than generous and donate a little bit, you know, chip in an extra 5, 10, I'd be grateful too.
So, Eddie, I got to ask you the question. Now, this is your first interview since announcing in May that you're running for the 18th district in Florida. So I want to ask you, why do you want to run for, like, you have a good life. You make great cigars. You're life of the party when you go somewhere. Nobody hates you yet. Why put yourself in that position to be hated by at least half the country?
I'm going to tell you something. Fraz has been asked that already. I would stop selling cigars. I would have sent that check. But truth is, part of that. I'm really from my mom's side of the family. They came over here in 1890. One side from Italy. They've been in the service ever since. Got mad. She when I signed up, she was pissed. And she, joined the military. A mom. But I really love this. I love everything about it, good and bad. It's who we are. By golly, this is the best thing that's ever happened in my life, outside of, my kids. Yeah, I love this country that much. At least for me. I was willing to give up my life for my country once before. I mean, I'm not technically not giving up my life. I'm giving up a lot of earth. But this country is worth it. And the state that I see it in, veering away from its fundamental values, for me, which is just, I'm a strict, have been. I went to school for government. What a lot of people don't know that.
Well, Liberty University is a very big political school.
Yep, very political, very fundamental Christian. It's not that I don't want people to live their life. Go do your thing. Hang out with me in the cigar industry. Don't take me to church. The whole thing is, don't tell me what to do either. You're not going to tell me what to do. Okay? And I think that's cool about our country. But part of it that also pushed me was our industry. 2002, when that bill was passed, we just celebrated a nice little victory 2 weeks ago with the ruling from Judge Mehta. But look how long we've been saying, hey guys, support the PCA. Hey guys, support the CRA. Hey guys, support the industry. Do this, do that. How many politicians have we met? Okay, and offer. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to them, but a lot of them is just all talking. Just give me your money and that's it. No. But that ruling, first of all, the ruling 3 weeks ago on the EPA and overregulation, this ruling, I think that had a huge impact on what happened. That's right. It was egregious. It was arbitrary. It was overreaching. And these what I call abbreviation, the FBI, but the EPA, the DA, all these laws. Congress should be making laws. And I think the legislature, our legislature, meaning Congress, has been who's held accountable when they screw us over.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Eddie. Hold on. I think when you originally jumped into this show, your internet was still in a bad way. Can we ask you to disconnect and jump back in and reset that signal? Because it is coming through, and I really want to make sure you get the opportunity to say what you want to say. So until Eddie gets back in, I just got to say, I am so stoked about these glasses. Look at that. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic. Eddie is back in. Let's hope that fixes his internet. Say something. Change the settings on your thing again for the sound. There we go. Yes, I think that's much better.
Do a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's much better. So, well, let's kind of dig into your cigars a little bit. Go ahead and tell everybody just before we get into the nitty gritty on the Congress side and the politics. Let's kind of just give us a quick little overview of your blends, how you blend, and kind of what feel you go for when you develop some of your cigars.
Okay. Well, we'll start with my 305 line I came out with in one. Launched in 2000.
Hey, Eddie, do you have Bluetooth on your cell phone?
Yes.
Turn your Bluetooth off on your cell phone. I think as you get texts or something, it's clicking.
Okay, how's that?
That's good.
Okay, so here, let's go to this. All righty. Now with this, the 305 is it was actually, okay. And then you got me?
Yeah, it's just you're coming through so choppy. I don't know
I'm gonna
why.
change it.
The only thing I would think of is just go from your phone instead of your computer, maybe. Sorry about this. Like I said, his internet went out and he is just coming through super choppy. And I just want, I know, Bruce. We're trying to get it, get her worked out. Appreciate you sticking in there always, bud. But again, if you guys are in the Colorado area, please come out to our event. There are only a few tickets left, and it is going to be so much fun. Ish from BAMF is part of that sponsorship out there, so you'll have the ability to try his cigars and do an auction item from him as well. These glasses come with the cost of the ticket and everything else. Here we go. Let's see if his cell phone works out a little bit better.
Oh,
all right. How you doing?
How's that?
Oh, that sounds better.
I know.
You lost you on sound.
Yep. I'm gonna click that off. Getting rid of a bunch of stuff. Okay.
Now, there we go. I think that'll be better. So let's go ahead and leave off where we left off with the 305.
Okay. That's what I started with. At first, it was a Connect about 8 years ago now. I switched it over to a Mexican in San Andres. You've got Ecuador and Sumatra, Nicaraguan filler. And then 305, which was our next one. Okay. Gorilla 305. We got 305, Ecstasy, Solution 305, and then our we put out, whether it's for Halloween or Christmas, La Bruja, and whatnot. But this right here, I was so young and started. So I decided, let's make a Maduro all out, nice heavy Maduro. I was lucky that it was received well. If I probably would do some things different, like Cigar came out in what order first. It's just fun. All my cigars, writers really like writing, but I love telling stories. Really mattered to me. At least, a lot of them are, it could be a friend's story. Peña, when we came out with La Tampeña, which means that was really based off of, because they came over here from Cuba, cigar industry. One went to Key West, one went to Tampa. Stories are fun. But for me, the story has to match. It's like a book. The book cover, everything just has to match. It's just fun.
Yes, absolutely. And you are still coming through a little choppy, but it is a little bit better.
When I had my different phones off,
what
was it better?
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to understand. So if take yourself off of, try taking the headphones out. Let's see. It's just
okay. How about?
Yeah, see, you're skipping. It's like skipping every other word. The only thing I could say is maybe your internet around you is having a hard time. Kill your Wi-Fi and just go off of cell phone. So turn your Wi-Fi off on your phone and just use data. Let's see if he picks up here. Yeah, let's let me text him. Yeah, Eddie, you're really bad. Turn Wi-Fi back. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hey,
I'm back.
Okay, I think that's a little bit better.
Okay.
Unfortunately, actually, I think that is better. So go ahead. Leave off where you're saying you like to tell stories.
Well, you just stories. It's fun. Everybody's got a story, and I believe people. But that's what we're about. And then you move on in life into the older. You tell another story. You get married. You have kids. You jump out of an airplane for 2 weeks, and just have the time of your life. And it's a great story. Do things. You get in your Jeep, and you say, "Well, what the heck? Let's go across the country." But isn't it fun when you share your stories with others? I mean, genuine interest, because we're people, man. We're people. We're a collection of those stories. And on our tombstones, a story. He jumped out of the plane. He never walked again. I love it. It was funny. Last year, cool. I'm with Salsa. She has a shop up in Northern Virginia. Walks up to me, right beside me. We're overlooking the party, and she comes to me and she goes, "Hey, Eddie." She knows this about me. Pardon. She goes, "Hey, Eddie, I see you down there." And she had, that's right. Everybody's here. Great time. All those stories. I think that's just how I tell stories. I like doing it through cigars. It's fun. And I do ask me, well, why did you name it this? Why that mean? Who puts a little gorilla with a World War II helmet? World War II hat. No. It has to do with my granddad. Okay. The helmet part. It's just I love it. But everybody has something to do. Everybody has something they enjoy doing. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So really it's nothing. And then you put the work in to make the blend match the story. I do that, and I am picky about that. How you put everything in the binder. So.
Absolutely. So what was your very first blend, and did you blend it or did you work with somebody to blend it?
So my very first blend, I actually, was the 305 and I actually worked on it with Gilberto Oliva Sr. Most people don't know that. I love that. He just a quiet guy. What you see is what you get. That was it.
Absolutely.
He was a lovely man. But I did get inspiration also from Rolando. Now, mind you guys, I've been doing this 20 years, but around the industry. So I was around almost 11 years before. Yeah, almost 11 years, 12 years before I got into the industry professionally. So Rolando Reyes, the way his brain worked, for me, it was just phenomenal. The way he loves is why, but the way he really loved working with Sumatra, in particularly, the way I remember it, the way he told me, I hate Connecticut. He said, "Es sans vie, without life." You know what? But then I always thought, well, it's not one of the most popular rappers on the market. You still have to incorporate it in the business for me. But those were different times. Today, it's so cool we can do today. You come, and people are really, they want to try. We want to try everything now. Of cigar with cigar industry, we're excited to try different things. We're not afraid. I don't care what country it comes from. It fell out of the sky. The sky is falling. The sky is, that's fun. That's a lot of fun.
So what's coming out next for Tarzana Cigars? Regardless of how your congressional run goes, what do you have coming out this year? Did you go to PCA? Are you going to the boutique show up in Indiana? What's going on with that?
So no, I was not at the PCA. Painting every day that the show was going on, I was camping doing with new things. There are a few projects. One's a Corojo, okay, that I'm working on, which I really love, especially. But working on that. That'll be for the early part of next year. But I think we put up existing lines and everything we had put out with limited editions. We have enough on our plate, and with the can, I don't want to rush anything just to put it out because you think you have to put it out. Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
I will say this though, one of my biggest things has always been, I know the customer wants new things all the time, and there are ebbs and flows, but foster brands, because you still have your core lines that people will, and a lot of that tends to be, at least for us, our bread and butter. Like the 305 Pito is, believe it or not, and people think, well, torpedoes don't sell that much at times, but dollars. So it
Hey Eddie, I really hate to do this, man. Unfortunately, I'm having a very hard time. I really think it's because your whole system crashed on you, and there's a lot of people probably using everything right now. Let's get you rescheduled for the show. I want you to have your time, but I want everybody to be able to hear you and enjoy what you're saying. And I myself am having a difficult time hearing you. So let's get you rescheduled for the show.
Yeah, I just switched back to the regular internet.
All right. Well, we can see if you're coming in and out, but you're still kind of coming in and out. But go ahead, please continue.
Sorry about that storm. Yeah, there's there's a storm and there's a little bit thundering outside, but it did knock out everything. So I'm figuring not everybody with their electricity.
I'm not even hearing half of what you're saying. I'm seeing your mouth move and it's jumping words. Like it's bad. So I tell you what, Eddie, we'll get you rescheduled, have you come back on before your November. Your primaries are when?
August 23rd.
Okay, so we'll try to get you. We'll try to do a special show, have you back on. I'm very sorry that this happened. I just don't. It's not doing you a disservice. That's why I just don't want.
I get it. No, I'm sorry, guys, but thank you very much.
Not a problem, Eddie. Take care, my friend. You're always welcome on, and we'll have you back on. And better yet, if we don't before August, then we'll have you on when you're a congressman.
There you go.
Take care. Take care, my friend.
See ya.
See ya. All right, guys, we're going to do a quick little show pivot here. And let's see here. Send you the link in Messenger. We're going to do a quick little show pivot here. And we're going to bring on a very special guest, somebody that's a very good friend of mine. I do apologize very humbly to Eddie. Unfortunately, he just was not coming through good. And a lot of people in the comments were saying the exact same thing, and it was hard to listen to. And I really don't want to be disrespectful of Eddie at all. So we still have about an hour and 20 minutes into the show, or left of the show. So we will be bringing on somebody that's always there for me in a crunch, Ishmael Alivian from BAMF Cigars. He should be joining us here in 1 minute. And we'll ask him about how his PCA went. I think this was his first run at PCA, and I think this was his hold on, use Chrome. I think this is his first run here at the PCA, so we'll ask him how that went down and how that comes across. Thank you so much, Bruce, for staying in here. But while I have everybody here, thank you so much for watching. And if you are in the Colorado area, please come to our event. It's going to be absolutely crazy exciting. It's at a castle. We've got so many great things lined up, great brands lined up as well. And like I said, these wonderful glasses that I'm really having a great time drinking out of. I just think they just came out so beautiful. And so what is everybody's thoughts while we're waiting for the guests to come in? If anybody watched PCA coverage, what was some of the coverage that you guys saw that you were most excited about? Bruce, I know you watched the PCA coverage. What had you most antsy in your pantsy, cigar-wise, brand-wise, that you are looking forward to? While we wait for Ish to come here in the show. Let's see here. And like I said, big humble apology to Eddie Tarazona for just his internet not working out. I really wanted to bring him on, give him an opportunity to talk, to hopefully raise a little money for him if that's what people wanted to do. I am not somebody that will didn't watch a lot. Big McAuliffe's fan. Okay, so what did you think of their sample box, Bruce? Um, is that something that you would buy yourself? Since I think that personally was probably one of the nicest things that they had showcased at the show. And I actually was talking to Amanda the other day and told her I loved that box. Would you think it was a good idea for them to bring out that sample box? Again, everybody just tuning in, we're waiting for Ish to jump in the show to finish us out. We're going to be reviewing PCA with him for about the last hour and 15 minutes or so. And I appreciate everybody's willingness to stick with this. We're going to be bringing somebody on. So anybody watching, please drop if you watched in drop in the comments if you watched the PCA. What were some of the things you were most excited about when you saw it? What were some of the stuff if you were like, it's not what I would go for? Or what was something that you were just like, I absolutely have to have my hands on that? Please let us know what your favorite brands were that you watched. The only thing I didn't like about the sample box, so they were a 5x40. I don't, now they're a shorter cigar, but I don't mind the 5x40 size. I actually am a thinner ring gauge. I like a 6x40 better, but for $8 a stick, the 5x40 I don't think is out of price at all. I think that's a great way to introduce yourself to a brand. It's not a huge commitment of time, so you got to take that into consideration too. So, well, Bruce, what's your ring size when you say you're a big ring gauge? Are you 60 plus, or are you mid 50s to 60? And it should be in here before too long. So, again, guys, my take on okay, so your 6x60 is your favorite. Yeah, I haven't really smoked anything over a 6x60, to be honest with you. 660 is as big as I get, but I'll tell you what, I was very, very excited for the new Crux that was coming out, as well as Rick Rodriguez's West Tampa Cigar Company. I was very excited about that. I thought that had some great boxing, that had some great branding. The Foundation cigar really had me going. That rich black Maduro or kinetic broadleaf wrapper that he had on that was absolutely fantastic. Mickey Pegg's All Saints had a great showing. I think McAuliffe had a great showing. Cavalier had a great showing. So there's just so many great cigars that they're. You smoked the Woody one day, but that's a hell of a stick, guys. If you don't know what the Woody is, by the way, the Woody is a 120 by 24-inch cigar. I know somebody that told me it took him about 8 hours to get to the label. How long were you smoking that cigar? And for everybody that just joined in, if you watched the PCA over this last week of coverage, please drop in stuff that you were excited about, stuff that you loved to see, or stuff that you were like, I could live, or I could take it, or leave it. And we'll see if Ish should be coming in here before too long. He's trying to get his computer and everything set up. So let's see here. Now, Ish will be at Cigar Fest this year. So if you guys are coming to Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest, he's not going to have a booth, but he will be there walking around the show. So definitely, if you're going to see that 7.5 hours, man, you really put that one down. I'm going to be getting the big one from Ish at the BCA. Nice. All right, he says everything's firing up. I guess Florida's just having a tough time right now with their internet, but let's keep this show going. So some of the things that I was really excited to see there again was I really liked that McAuliffe sampler. I really liked what All Saints was putting out. The new Foundation cigar I thought was great, and the Matt Booth stuff, of course. Boofy, Boofy's always got much love and respect for me. I thought he had a great showing, great booth, and definitely the most interesting interview for all the coverage that I watched, regardless who was interviewing him. He had definitely the most entertaining of the of the interviews. If you watch Kevin Shahan's question thing with the card with him, he's always got the craziest things lined up. So, but for everybody watching, again, if you are looking for humidors, jump over to newair.com, use my promo code contained down here in the show description to be able to. So the Steve Saka was giving away poop. What is it? It was that Sasquatch poop. Bought 1,000 bags of Sasquatch poop from a company online. I think he said it was their biggest order to boot. Let's see, and he is just. Everybody must be having issues right now in Florida, so we may have to call the show a little early. And I do apologize. I know you guys take time out of your Thursday to watch this show, and I am very, very sorry about this. Unfortunately, it was the guests. Eddie's internet was just not cooperating, and I really wanted to give him his due shot to be able to show his platform, his cigars, talk about himself. And it's really, really hard to listen to somebody that you're hearing every third word. But if you are in the Colorado area, stop by Stanley Pappas's place next Friday to see Bruce over at there goes my Thursday. Hang on, Bruce. We're trying. Let me see here. Hold on 1 second. Let's try to see if we can't get this on. We have Ish on the phone right now, and we're working through to try to get him on. Very excited to talk about him with his PCA stuff. So he's just having, I think Florida right now is just having a difficult time with internet from that storm that came through. So, oh, there he is. Hold on. We'll see you. There you go. All right. We have Ish coming on. Let's go ahead and bring on my good friend and compadre inside of the cigar world. Let's see. Ish.
I don't see what happened with the camera, though.
Down on the bottom, you got to give access to the camera to turn it on.
Okay, let me see. Press V. Okay, V.
Just click on the actual camera itself in the bottom, and it should turn your camera on.
It's weird. What's going on with this thing? Okay, let me see.
Go to settings, click on the gear, and make sure your video's got the right output. Can everybody? Hey, Bruce, can you hear Ish at a minimum?
I don't know if you guys can hear me. I can see that I'm talking, but for some reason the camera is no. What the hell is going on? Again, I just tuned up this laptop since I came yesterday this morning from Vegas, and it's not doing nothing. Unable to access the camera. Make sure it's properly connected and not used by it's not used by nothing else.
If you're using Chrome, you probably have to go into the settings on Chrome. Let me walk you through that really quick. Go to settings on Chrome, security, privacy.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Sites, controls, and then camera.
Yeah, and it say the same thing. Let me go to Help Center. Let's see if it's something different. Camera issues. It's because of the program. Restart Studio. That's kind of weird. The camera is being used by another app. No, it's not.
Do you have something else open?
No, just this. I just open it right
Do you
now.
have a? Do you
In
have?
fact, you know
Is
what?
it?
Let me try to do it with my phone now that you resend the link. And because I'm with my computer, and if it was with this, allow.
Well, you can come in with your phone so we can keep you on while you're clicking the link. So
Yes.
as long as everybody can hear you,
Yeah,
give
weird.
us your thoughts.
Okay.
Give us your thoughts on PCA before we kind of jump into your showing at PCA. Give us your thoughts on PCA and what you felt it was like, because this was your first PCA, correct?
Yes, it was. So the first thing I have to say, for what I heard, I don't know because it's my first one, like you said, it's way more attendees this year than in the past year. But they were just Saturday and Sunday buying from the big guys, and that was it. So it was more people getting some cigars, doing whatever, but it was more deals done before, the year than this year for some reason. Again, it's my first one, so I don't know for a fact. But it was nice. It was good. I knew as soon as I went inside who will be the winner of the booth. It was very clear. It's El Séptimo Cigars. They went out. So those guys, they spent a lot of money to have what they did, and they did good sales. Good for them. And everything was good. Everything was good. People super tired. And I don't know if you have the news yet, but a lot of people, we came, including myself, and we test positive for COVID. So, yep, I feel like it's not too good. Not good. It's like in my ears or whatever. So what the heck? I'm a skydiver. Why my ears bother me? I said, well, I didn't jump in a while. My wife told me, hell no, come over here. Did a test positive. So it's nothing major, but I said, oh, well, it is what it is, But it's a lot of people. It's Vegas, okay? Everyone is, shaking hands. Everyone is sneezing to you as you, holy cow. So it doesn't matter what you do. If it's there, it's there. So but yeah, but the PCA was good. I like it a lot. The organization, it was good and bad at the same time. For instance, to put everything together and dismantle everything, it takes forever. It takes forever because
I'm sure.
But it was good. So I will do it again. Absolutely yes.
Good,
it's worth it to
good.
do it. The contacts are good. Absolutely yes. But yeah, you want to do something over there, you have to be one of the big guys and or put more money into it and bring something that people will sit down with you and do all of that things. But other than that, I saw the guy, which I know him from Dubai, and it's funny because the guy looked at me and I look at him and say, I know the guy, but I don't know from where. Well, the Prince of Dubai, he's a skydiver, and we skydived together. So, and he was over there. I didn't know that the guy has nothing to do with cigars. And he commented, man, I want to go to your booth. And he never came, but we were staying at the same hotel. He told me, listen, Ish, I'm going to tell you the truth. I spend the whole money between Saturday and Sunday. We are going to get you cigars for sure. But I spend the whole money. It's ridiculous. This year, in the first 2 hours Saturday and about 2 hours Sunday, I was gone. So I got no more money. but it was good.
Did the phone link work?
No, it's telling me the same thing, that it doesn't allow me for some reason. It's kind of weird. It never
So
happened before.
go in the top right corner where it says options for Chrome.
Okay, let me do.
It'll be right next to your picture, top right corner underneath the bar. You'll get the settings tab.
Okay.
Scroll down to settings,
Uh-huh.
and then press on security and privacy. Click security. No. Click site settings just under security.
And again, your browser is not supported. Switch to a modern blah 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 blah. Wow, I don't get it. You never
Are you
happened
on
this.
Chrome?
Yes. And on my computer
It's-
I can, on my phone I can, and in my tablet I can.
Oh no, your Chrome. Don't use Chrome on your phone. Use Safari on your phone.
Okay, so let me use Safari on my phone and see.
Yeah, use Safari on your phone.
Let's do Safari. Let me just copy the link. Probably it's gonna be better. Open Safari and do it that way. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
That
should work. That should work better. Yeah, the iPhone's not supported for Chrome, but it's supported on Safari. And you probably have your settings on Chrome to where your camera needs to be actually.
I'm looking right now through everything, and everything is on. The camera is on. Everything is on. But the little symbol with the camera say enable camera. Press V. I press V.
Oh no! So when you're in Chrome, you got to go up at the top right corner of your browser.
Okay.
Right underneath the bar, click on where it says Chrome, or get the drop down where it says new tab, new window, history.
Yeah, the little three dogs and all of that thing.
Yep. So click on settings from there,
Okay.
and then click on security and privacy.
Let me go there. Privacy and security. Yes.
And then click on site settings underneath security.
Let me say that security size settings. Yes.
And then make sure it's tabbed. Sites can ask for your camera.
Can ask for your camera. Boom. And it says size can ask for your camera. Yeah, it is on. Let me take it off and put it back on and see if it works. Yeah, it is. It is on. That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yes, Rocky Mountain Cigar Show and computer repair. Yeah. Well, Ish, you should be able to still access it on your iPhone if you click the link inside Safari. That should work.
I keep doing that and nothing happened. It's kind of weird. I just send you a picture, as a matter of fact.
Here, I'll do this for you. Hold on.
It's weird.
All right, guys. So this is a little different. But anyway, so Ish, at least keep talking about PCA. How you felt it was. I
believe everything was good. Tons, again, is the first time, so I cannot tell for a fact, but the people were saying that it was way more attendees. Hotels, they were packed. People were, I cannot tell you how many people. Probably was, it could be like 1,500, 2,000. I don't know, because I never left my booth except to go to have a coffee and go to use the bathroom. That was it. So it's, you just in there, But yeah, but people were making sales. Across the way from me was La Dominicana, and let me see that link. And let me see this one, if it works.
I'm going to be switching over to the rye.
Put your name. So I'm just gonna put Ish.
Okay, cool. So it's working now.
John
So
Stream.
Ish will be in. Awesome. There it is. So let me click him off.
There we go.
Hey, there's the other ugly fucker.
Finally, what the heck is going on?
All right, let the party start. Ish. Let me just tell you guys really quick what Ish means to me. Ish is such a good friend of mine. I love this guy. He always answers the phone whenever I call. We text back and
Absolutely.
forth. We had a really, really good discussion. If you're open to talking about it, Ish, what we talked about before PCA, I certainly would for love to you to share that with everybody. But before that, I want, again, let's just kind of pick up. So you got everything set up. It's your first PCA. Were you nervous? What were your expectations? And how much business did you close? Not numbers, or accounts, but did you do a lot?
The only that I was kind of disappointed is, your booth, and you pay like a $5 a year to have it over there. You will have these guys. Now, everyone else, like myself, the first one, small. We didn't want to go, and spend and plus. We don't know what was going to happen. So the ramp pick up nothing. So you had to go through the hotels with cigars. It was 19 degrees. My suitcase full of cigars literally melt for the heat. Everyone's wheels, they were melting. So allow you to go with your car, yes, parts to the out and whatever. I was up for that, but everything else, it was good. It was smooth. Bathrooms, it was always people cleaning. People were cleaning the other one. It was good. So.
Hey, Ish, real quick. Go back to your computer. Leave your camera on. Log back into your computer. I'm going to mute this phone because your computer was clear for some reason, and we'll leave you up on your camera.
Okay.
And then we'll bring in both. So Florida just is having a tough day today, guys, and I'm having a tough show. I appreciate everyone sticking with me. We'll get this working out. Technology doesn't always work the best, and this is the government trying to shut us down, guys. That's what this is, and especially now that they know that Ish is on, they're coming for me pretty hard.
Let's see what he does. It's buffering. I can show you what he does. You see?
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn you down.
Oh, look.
Yep, there we go.
Works too.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll exit out of this one and bring this in. There we go.
That's it.
There we go. Yes.
Ta-da!
Success. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off, Ish. What were your expectations going into PCA for your first time?
To be honest, I was just kind of networking. Obviously, your dream is just to sell tons of cigars, obviously, like everyone's dream, But I was already under the radar because people already said that it would not be too many sales for little guys per se, or boutique cigars or something like that. Because remember, first start from the 8th to the 12th. It was supposed to be over there on the 7th. Then they changed, and it's 9th to the 12th. Was supposed to be over there on the 8th. So they already short you for one day. Then, the last day was 9 to 1, which literally was nobody there. Nobody. We closed a couple of good things over there in the last day, but most of the people, it was like this, waiting with the suitcases, just to be 1 o'clock and get the heck out. So, but it was good. So for what I expect to be and what it was, except for they don't allow you to do many things, like I said, like bring your tables. You have to go all around the hotel. You have to go, use the escalator, whatever, elevators, of course. It could be a little better. But once everything is done, really just have fun. You leave your cigars over there. People just put like a little covers on top. Nobody's going to touch nothing. Everything is closed. And that's it. Now, most of the business are not done at the PCA whatsoever. They're done in the after parties. So that's no doubt. So
Sure.
It's no doubt. And I never saw even one person telling me that they closed a business with Nevada. Because what happened is you have to have a license to sell cigars in the taxation department. And you said to Nevada, you had to charge, used to be a 3.34%. Now it's a 30% of whatever you sell, wholesale 30%. So obviously nobody did it. Or at least to me, nobody asked me for Nevada. Just for different places. So it was kind of what I expected. So it's organized, is good, very big, very nice. People clean all day long around. So it was more or less good. But for what I thought it would be, for me it worked. For everyone else probably didn't, because they were thinking just to make sales, and they would complain about the sales. But again, when you go over there, you know that per se number, okay, you imagine that you are going to wholesale a cigar for $5. If you're the PCA, you have to wholesale it for $4. So it's people that were not matching the prices that people wanted to. But again, people don't understand that people are hurt. And even like that, I have one guy coming to the table for one of the guys, Mikey. I said, well, you're asking too much. I'm looking for a $2 or $3 a stick. Well, good luck. We cannot give you a premium cigar for $2 or $3 when it costs us double just to make it and ship it to the States, So,
Sure. Absolutely.
And it's many people trying to do that. But so far, so good. So I'm happy. The two.
Would you go again?
I will go, but I will go a little more prepared.
Okay.
I was prepared by the people in California that supposed to be helping me out. At the last minute they couldn't come for X reasons, so I'm not gonna go into details. And more or less, I was just like I had to go to Walmart, buy tables, go to Office Depot, make a sign, and all that things. So it was things that I was not expecting to happen, but it did happen. But you live and learn. So next year it will be bigger booth, nicer. I will go over there with 1 month in advance, and everything. It will be nice. Have everything shipped over there, and that's how we will do it. But yeah, it's worth it. Yes, it's worth it.
So what did you? I saw a couple of showcases of your booth.
Yes.
On a few things. So what did you bring there to show off? I know you have a brand new cigar that I am very excited about. Go ahead and tell everybody what that was and how was that taken at PCA?
That one was because I just have the contact to bring tobacco from Romania, as a matter of fact, from Transylvania. And of course, it's coming Halloween and all of that things. So I say, okay, everybody has, Dracula, this, that, but nobody has Transylvanian tobacco. So I say, you know what? Why we don't do Transylvanian tobacco and we call the blood of Blood, Blood, which was the real name of Dracula per se. So and we did that. Everybody loved it. Everybody was like, what the heck? This is a nice presentation. Everything is good. But again, until you don't see everything signed and people sending you a check, it's just talk. But at least you have an exposure. And
don't count your chickens before they roost.
Absolutely. And as you can see with my tissues, just running nose since yesterday. But
oh shit! Should I be wearing a mask? Does COVID come through? Real quick, Bruce, and I gotta get Bruce's question. Salud.
Absolutely.
Bruce asks you, do you think the BCA will be better than the PCA was for you?
For me, absolutely yes.
Why?
For me, it will be the reason why is because I'm the official roller at the event. So right there, I'm gonna have more attention than the rest of the people because we are the rolling company. So, and I say very clear, and I put a couple of messages. Whoever buy a couple of cigars for us, you don't have to buy 1,000 cigars, but you just buy a couple of cigars. We will roll one for you right in there in the spot for free. So it's a little thing that I'm gonna have the advantage in that one, and because it's boutique. And if you think about it, even if we do many hundreds of thousands of cigars, but you can think flavor cigars, cigars from China, cigars from Europe, cigars from that. But our brand, we still a boutique. We don't make many cigars really, and the portfolio that we have, nobody has. So it's ridiculous. I just bring a few of them, and it was over 50 different cigars. And it was just going like this to the human and say, I want this. We have so many. So I believe that PCA, it will be better. Well, it's two. It's the PCA, and the one that we're going to the BCAA, which is Boutique Cigars Association of America. It's in Indiana. and then you have the Boutique Cigars Association, which is in Orlando. And
Okay,
that will
so
be
the BCAA is the Gabby Caffey one.
yes, that will be
Okay,
done on the
okay.
13th next month on the 13th. And I believe I have a little more advantage in that one because none of the big guys are gonna go because they know big. So it will be ridiculous to have, a guy that produce 20 million cigars a month show up as a boutique. Ain't gonna happen. So my name is not up there, but it's about here in the boutique. So I will have a little more advantage. Yes, I will do better. Now, the thing that I scored by coincidence, it was one of my very good friends from Louisiana. We're talking Hulk because the guy like a 6'7", 400 pure muscle, boom. And the guy came and said, Ace, you don't know who I am. And he was like this, so I'm covering his name. You don't know who I am because probably you were wasted when we get together, blah, 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 blah. And I was just playing around. So, well, of course I know who you are because we put one of my rollers, Oscar, we put a police uniform and he arrests him. So I said, who was hammer, you or me? I said, I'm ready for the day I arrest you with my badge and my gun. So yes, you were hammer. So I didn't know the guy does his own bourbons, his own wines, his own beers. He's very methodic and very good doing that. And he's like me, federal importing cigars. He's in liqueurs. What I didn't know is that he supervises and distributes tobacco to over 200 stores and brick and mortars in Louisiana, north, south, east, and west of the Mississippi River. And he will my cigars in there. So just one contact is over 200 stores with 10 cigars at least.
That's the way to do it, though, right? Like to find somebody that has like a Walmart level way of distributing your cigars across all of their stores. Like that one account makes the show worthwhile.
Well, that one account, if you think about it, he won 2 bundles. My bundles have of 20. Okay, most bundles are 25. I do 20 because I do fibers. So 5 fibers into a bundle. So I see that it's not too bulky. So it's 20. But 2 bundles is 40 cigars. 10 cigars, right there you have 400 cigars. Times 200 plus, you're talking about 80,000 cigars just in one shot.
That pays for PCA. That makes it worthwhile.
It pays for this year, next year, and the next one probably because it's good. But the best thing that we did that nobody do over there, and we have, I didn't sign on the spot, but I already had the emails. People that they want to make their own cigar. It was funny. I was with Sai, which is from Dubai, and I looked to the guy. He looked to me. He started to talk with Ron Brown. Then he was talking with Mikey.
Yeah, RTB.
RTB Cigars. And the guy is looking at me and looking at him. And, you know him, but you don't know from where. Well, he's from Dubai. And the Prince of Dubai and myself, we skydived together. And he was there. So he recognized me from that. And we started to, go with pitches back and forth. And he said, what about if we do a cigar? Forget about the big names, whatever, our own cigar. And you have a factory, right? I said, well, as a matter of fact, I do have several ones and one in Zimbabwe as well. And the guy said, let's talk. And, people talk. By just having that, I have an email from the guy and say, let me know when you're ready next week, and we talk. That's good. That's good. So let's see what happens.
Let's kind of touch on how much the government decided to fuck you over a little bit before PCA. Without getting into other brands that got screwed over as well, of course, for privacy reasons. But just tell everybody what you experienced before PCA.
To me, I went on the 4th of July, which they opened, but probably they were mad because they had to work in the weekend of the 4th of July. So I went over to pick up my cigars, and I have 6 boxes coming. It's just the boxes I want to send to the PCA. That was it, nothing else. It's 1,000 cigars per box, whatever. So I saw the green tape. When you see the green tape, it's never a good thing. Never. Only once I open and holy fuck, everything is good. Jeez, good. Boom, I won the lotto. Mostly you screw. And I started to open, and I did the samplers for one person. And obviously, or honestly, samples that you do for people, it could be between 5-pack, 10-pack, 20, or whatever. But because I said it was for the PCA, they did 150 samples. No one of the samples survived. They were just cutting off. For my Transylvanian tobacco, I only did 30 cigars. I have many in the factory, but just I don't want to bring all of them. So the 2 fibers on the box, they were good, in that perfect. The 20 in the box, they opened the box and they just cut it. Then I have some samples for another guy, a friend of mine. He's from Spain, but he lives in the DR, that he want me to import and sell his cigars over here as a distribution for him. They pick up a hammer, they destroy the box. So they totally destroy the box and they just cut the cigars. I said, okay, well, this is a cigar, okay? But if you go like this and they cut it and they open, I can understand they're looking for something. But just go like this and shoot, and inside the cellophane, they don't even do nothing, just cut them so you cannot use them. You can, smart them up, that's it, and put it back and send them to you. That's disrespectful. Why you do that? I'd rather for them to say, okay, we are allowed to take it 20% of cigars, we take it, that's it. But send them back to me. Broken, cut, is bad. So they destroy about 300 something cigars of mine.
Wow.
Personal cigars and people that make cigars. But yeah, it's many brands, they have the same problem or worse.
Now, for those of you that don't know Ish's background, Ish is Rambo that makes cigars. This guy's got licenses and badges and everything internationally. I'm not going to go into any of his stuff, but internationally, locally, if there's a single cigar brand that should just be completely bypassed with inspections, like legitimately it should be Ish and BAMF Cigars. So when they do something like that, is there any recourse for cigar manufacturers to be like, what the hell, you owe us money?
What happened is this, Ryan, what happened is that no one, I don't care who you are, we're not saying names, I don't care if you are the king of the kings of manufacturers, no one is never is going to say that the cigar costs $5, $6, $7 to make. Okay, no one is going to say that, because you have to pay the taxes based on what you say it is, which is 52.75%, or you go to the maximum and it will be $402.60 per 1,000 cigars. So you put the factory price. That doesn't mean that you pay just that. You are going to pay more, but you put the factory price in order to save a little taxes, which is totally legal if you are the factory. If you as a brand, you cannot do that, but if you're the factory, you are allowed to do that. Okay, because you pay taxes in the country at the factories, and then you pay taxes over here. So they give you a little break. So you imagine that you said that the cigar costs you, which it doesn't cost you, but you imagine that somebody report the cigar for 15 cents, and they destroy 100 cigars. They are going to give you 15 cents in 100 cigars 2 or 3 years later. So it's not worth it. They will not give you the $15 that you are going to sell the cigar for. They will give you.
Does that account for inflation 2 or 3 years later?
It's how they do it. In fact, in 2018, I was going to Dortmund, and I had my superheroes line, which I had the right for Marvel to do those. Okay, so I had the superheroes. They came, and it's the first time that I have a problem with them. And yeah, there you go. Superman and Punisher right there.
Yes.
And they just destroy 300 of them, and they stole another 300 of them. So when I called them up, and I lost $1 million possible account. Well, it was a done deal. If I bring them the cigars with me, they will buy it right in there in Dortmund, in the Intertabac. I didn't seal the deal. So they are not going to pay you that $1 million that you lost. They will pay you whatever. You see the cigar was $150 and they destroy 600. They are going to give you $900, period. That's it. So and when I went over there and by email, the guy come, oh, I'm the chief of Border Customs Patrol, blah, blah. I said, so now you're coming with names. Okay, let's put my titles. I put everything, Robbery, Sullivan Cigars Factory, blah, 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 and then all of my background. And the guy literally shut his pants and make me an interview to meet with him. I went over there. we have the interview together, and right in the spot, one of the customer patrol that he did it because I say, or you give me the videos, or I subpoena the videos, up to you. So he was fired, and I promise you that the guy that destroyed these cigars, there were not too many, but one of them it was just 150, and they destroyed just those 150 because it was samples, so it was not with the labels. They destroyed it. Somebody this coming week, because now I feel like a little. I'm not sick. Yes, I did positive, but I'm not sick. Yes, my nose and my ears. But so I don't feel like I'm going over there, even though I should go and go like this on them for assholes. I'm saying that I'm okay. I will not do that. But next week I will go and somebody gets fired. So it's people get scared to these guys. Those guys are just normal people. They just frustrated and they just do the job very badly. You have X-rays, you have dogs, you have different things to know if it's drugs, if it's not drugs, or whatever. And then you have these guys calling you, Ish, you hear something about drugs or whatever, can you help me? Fuck no. As a matter of fact, if I hear something, I'm not going to tell you nothing because you destroy my fucking cigars. No.
Let me ask you this. So do you find that since certain administrations are more pro luxuries in life, like tobacco, and certain aren't, can you almost kind of be like, oh my gosh, if this guy's in office, my shit probably won't be damaged, but if this guy's in office, there's more likely. Can you speak to that?
Absolutely. That's 100%. So the guy that is in office, he's the same thing with weapons, guns control, whatever. They hate it, but all of a sudden that the first one's going to the gun show and buy it just in case something happens. Or what happened with one of the presidents, I'm not going to say the name, but before the embargo, he bought 20,000 cigars. Okay, come on. Give me
JFK.
Come on, give me a break. We all know, So yeah, depends who's in office is going to be way better for us or no. Now, again, the FDA changed a lot. Probably it's not going to be FDA anymore in a few. But so far, whatever they determine and whatever they want to do, they will do it. We're nobody to them. I don't care if you are a huge seller and you make millions a month. They don't care. They don't care because they still have, it has to come to the country. And they can destroy everything legally. And it's legally they can do it. So now we're fighting, they can destroy 20% in the DR or 20% in Nicaragua. That is the 2 points that most cigars coming. Legally, customs can take 20% for investigation. Okay?
And then back up. You said destroy and take. You really mean they can do what they want with 20%.
Whatever they want with the 20% of the cigars.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Now you can see my wife with a mask and everything, touching with gloves and everything. I get up in the back patio, you sleep in that side of the house tonight. Well, I know, honey, don't worry.
It's just sleeping on the couch tonight.
I did yesterday. I came and I was like, wow. Tonight she's going to another bedroom, I go to the other one. It's like a split house.
So that's really interesting that the DR and Nicaragua can not destroy, but literally physically take
20%
for whatever they want, to smoke, to throw away, to do anything.
They will say it is to verify what is in the cigar, to go to the lab, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you see one of the guys selling in the corner the next day. It's legally done. Oh, well. And they can take 20%. So when some people tell me, hey, I need a small batch of 1,000 cigars. I say, if I was you, I would do 1,200. Why? I say, because they legally can take 200 of your cigars. What do you mean? I say, legally they can. So far, knock on wood, it never happened. But then when you come to the United States, it's no minimum or maximum. They can confiscate or they can cut or they can literally destroy absolutely every single one of them. So depends who is over there today. If they get late yesterday, maybe they're happy today and, I let this go. But if they didn't, they say, you know what? My wife went like this and say, no dinner for you. Okay, no cigars for you. And they chop it. These little fuckers.
Oh man, this is why Ish is one of my favorite people to have on. There is he is not afraid to say anything about anything or about anybody, and it is just always a riot. So when you and I were talking, you had mentioned about some of the bigger brands bringing in stuff on like shipment containers. Those are probably not touched as much. Why would that be if it's more product versus
because
the smaller amount?
Because it's not the same thing when you ship 600 cigars or 6,000 or 20,000 cigars. It's minimum. It's not much, So it's probably you just pay $3,000 in taxes, $1,800, $2,000, $5,000 in taxes. But when you have big guys bring 3 million cigars and they pay $402.60 per 1,000 cigars, these guys are leaving $500,000 in those cigars. So they will make sure that they don't destroy as many. They still do it, but as many, so they don't lose that. Because remember, to me, if they keep, part of my friend, but they keep fucking things with me. I say, you know what? Screw United States. I'm not in the UK, in Germany, in Spain, in Thailand, in Japan, in China. I say, fuck the US. I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm American by choice, so not by birth. So, but you fuck with my business and my family's money. You know what? Fuck you. I go to a different country. These other guys, the maximum sells in the United States. So, and money talks, and when you have so much cigars coming, so many cigars, and it's different thing if they come by ocean or they come by plane. It's two different entities. It's the same entity, but two different things. So, it's no way they are going to start to break, 3 containers that each one has 500,000 cigars on it. So maybe they pick up one box and do it, break it or whatever, and they will do it. But to the little guys, they know, or they think at least, that we don't have the resources to fight against them. Well, my batch is going to be that fucker that he was fired. So, okay, I lost my cigar, but you lost your job. So keep doing it, buddy.
you might be a small player, but you have governmentally a lot of pull. But I want to ask you, I assume you walked around PCA, not just at your own booth. So objectively, what was some of the stuff that you were privy to try, that you saw that maybe you were excited about, or were like, oh, that is interesting? Give us Ish's objective PCA show take on other tables.
I'm gonna, to be honest with you, in the 4 days, I only left my booth, like I said, to go coffee or go take a leak. That was it. There's no way I would take a shit over there. So it was just speed, nothing else. No number twos over there. Fuck that. But anyways, so I left my booth once, and I was with Cigar International doing a live to show them. And to be honest with you, I couldn't find my booth back because I never leave the booth. So I couldn't find. So I look, that Lazo Dominicana, we across the way. That's how I found my booth on live. So it's pretty big. It's huge. You're talking probably about, kidding probably it's about 90,000 square feet. So it's pretty big. So the one that I was gifted 3 cigars. I was not asking for cigars. I was not. Well, obviously, I know P. Johnson, so we check hands. That was it. Ace, AP, how you doing? Rocky Patel, Ace, A. Rocky, whatever. The only 2 people that I spent about 5 minutes each, it was Coleman from Sinistro, that he gave me one of his cigars, and that he didn't have to, but he stopped by me 2 hours prior, and I gave him one. He told me, you don't have to. I said, I know I don't have to, but I want to give you a cigar. What's wrong with that, So he gave me one back. Karen Berger, who gave me the collaboration with AJ Fernandez and herself.
Oh, you got that? I want that.
Well, I have it. And Diab, very nice guy from Ohio. Yeah. No. Diab. Diab is a retailer.
Oh, Diab.
Yeah. He has 5 stores, and I believe, from what I heard, and he told me that he bought 2 new ones. So it's 7. He gave me one of his as well, and that's it. I didn't want to no one else. He has like if I go to have coffee and I see 2 or 3 people, hello, and they were busy signing or just talking or whatever, so I don't want to be in the middle. I just go, there go the hippie with the fucking ponytail. Okay, hey, how you doing? You fucking Spanish? Hey, good, fuck you. And keep going, you know. So that's how it was, really. I didn't leave at all. At all.
So what is the number one thing you learned from this show that you will do differently next year?
The number one thing I saw, and it's sad to say it because it is sad, but it's the truth, and the whole world goes around this, is the more you show me, the more, you know, nice things you put out, the most extravagant things, the more you're going to sell. I was impressed with, and I'm going to say the name because I don't give a crap, El Séptimo Cigars. Okay. I was, about a year and a half ago, the national rep in the United States, he was in a Zoom conversation, but with more people, talking about, oh, you know, we sell, it's like a 2 inches, look like a torpedo, 2 inches, and it's only 2 people in the world that they can do this cigar. I said, give me a second. So I went inside, pick up a mold, I pick up 3 wrappers, and I did a triple wrapper. Within 45 seconds, I said, well, like this? I said, oh, shit, I guess it's 3 people now. He went clink. Said, oh, okay, bye-bye. I said, how the hell you dare to say it's only 2 people to do that? You know? So I tried the cigars, and not for me, it's Costa Rican. Costa Rican cigars is like a Mexican cigars. They have good wrappers. But the whole thing is not in there for ass smokers. But these guys, they have a booth. That it was amazing. He won like the best booth or whatever against JC Newman. That's nice. Enjoy. Against JC Newman, against Arturo Fuente, against Rocky Patel. Now Rocky Patel has half of the freaking thing. It was just him.
Oh yeah, huge. It was huge.
I mean, huge. And these other guys won. Granted, it was as soon as you open, it was right there. Probably they have about 60 by 60, I will say, something like that. Maybe a little bigger. But everything was, you know, like a chain colors. It was like a blocks and change the colors, whatever. So, you know, Séptimo Cigars, blah, blah. But it was not a cigar. What they did $1.1 million, okay, sales. But it was not the cigars. It was the lighters. They sold 3 lighters for what I heard. Don't come in this because I was not looking what they signed, but what people said. 3 lighters, $100,000 a lighter. What the fuck? Man, I can use a big, you know, 55 cents in 7-Eleven. You know, but
my wife bought me a touchscreen lighter because I'm a gadget geek
there
for Father's Day. And this was $90. I don't know what more you would put in a lighter for $100K unless the whole thing is gold and diamond.
I believe that it could for you. You do your bet. You know, it fights against Custom Border Patrol. They cut your cigars. It give you like a, how you call that, like a BJ's or something like that. I mean, if it's
it better give you a good reach around for $100K.
And I heard, they didn't tell me, but I heard they sold 3. Then they have a bottle of cognac. Normal bottle of cognac, yeah, like a normal size, but it's gold. The retail price, it was $1.5 million, and they almost sold it. Yes, for this match, they didn't sell it because they didn't want to go down in the price. $1.5 million. So you're telling me that you go over there, people, that they will spend $1.5 million in a bottle of cognac and not in the cigars, when it's a cigar show, and you go over there to buy cigars. So that's the thing that we're like, wow.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that obviously people buy cigars first with their eyes, right? They look at the label.
Absolutely.
So do you think that there's a lot of cigar companies at the PCA that don't have the pizzazz, but have better cigars than some of the other big guys that have the pizzazz? And they're not necessarily given the ability to showcase because they don't have the extravagant booths.
I will tell you my honest opinion. I will tell you 80, if not 90% of the little guys, they have better cigars. In my opinion, my personal opinion, guys, not somebody's opinion, my opinion, way better cigars, but they have not the name. Now, you imagine, I went with BAMF, right? And ROCF and K9. Now you imagine that I show up. It might happen with a freaking tank and 2 Marines, 24/7 like this. I will sold out, and I will be the best booth ever. But because I didn't have the money to do that, and I don't want to, people being over there standing like this, like, what the hell? I will sell out. Well, I will need to buy 2 factories to make cigars. People go, yes, buying with the eyes. And the bigger the booth you have is good. To us, they charge us $800 extra to be in an aisle. Fucking A, yeah, an aisle. But you never told me that on the 10 guys on my left, they never show up. And behind me, we have the bathrooms. Thanks God, because everybody has to take a leak. So
everyone's gonna walk past you at least.
So that was good. But it was amazing. You see the people spending the money. Again, it was not done correctly because of the time and what happened with the people that are supposed to help me, and they didn't at the end for one reason or the other. And we just have 6 chairs from Walmart and 2 tables and 2 covers, tablecloth. That was it. But you go to Rocky Patel, that they have high tops with nice leather chairs that you can sit and relax. You go to La Flor Dominicana, across the way, you're talking 10 feet away, and nice lounge chairs. That sells because people are tired. It's too much heat, too many people, too many everything, that you just want to sit down and relax. One thing I will do next year, of course, is going to be something great. So it's going to be something great. I already have it in mind, and I already have everything to come. Obviously, weapons, it will be there. It will be dismantled, so like this is no problems, and all of that shit. Just to show. But it's gonna be nice, just for pick up the eye and attention of the people. But one thing I will do is bring liquor with you. And hey, you want to talk about the cigar? Yes, sit down, please. Here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you sign contracts. And I saw that with my own eyes. So it depends. Maybe you are a nobody, but you just have a lot of, you look good, you do whatever, you look like a superstar, they will buy from you. You can be a somebody, and you just go like, with shorts and sandals. I said, who the fuck is this guy? So it's how it works over there. Over there is just, like, let me see. It's the truth, the honest truth.
So, when you do these shows, and by the way, Danny Ravanelli from 505 Cigar Review posted the picture of you smoking the vintage Winston, is what he said.
2023 vintage.
You know what's funny? Because you smoke Winston. Do you remember when it used to be called the Winston 500?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, my friend's mom, when we were in high school, junior high, his mom and dad would go down to the Winston 500, and you got to fill out all these surveys, and they ended up coming back with a garbage bag full of cartons. We used to go into their freezer and steal the packs and sell them as Lucy's. And that's how we would make extra money on the weekend. When
you open over here, you have over here, you want something. You go to the one, you want something, a teaser or a lighter or whatever. Yeah. They used to be big in that.
So, what do you think that shows like PCA with kind of, I've heard they kind of put certain people in corners and the bigger guys get more favorability. Do you find that to be fair? Do you take issue with that?
To be honest, it's not as fair or it's not. The little guys will have to wait until the end. Remember, as a matter of fact, I don't even knew if I was allowed to go or no, because all my licenses are in a residential house here, address. So I had to put my factories. And they said, okay, which doesn't make sense. I live in Florida. My business are in Florida. I put Florida address. I'm not allowed to go. Now I put another country's address, and yes, please come, welcome. What the fuck? This is not even it's surreal, but it's what it is. But what happened is not that it's favoritism whatsoever. When they open, the floor plan. If you're a big guy and you have $100,000 to spend, you choose what you want to be. Or 50 or 60 or 40 or whatever. When you only are going to spend, 10 grand, guess what? The good spots, they already taken. So you have the leftovers. But I see people that they have just 10 by 10 and they were in the middle of everywhere because they choose, on the fourth plant, they choose whatever they want on time. So really it's not like they do more favors to these or favors to those. It's everything was equal. The guys, the clean people over there, clean the ashtrays, bring you ice and every that. They were not saying, oh, this guy is, Fuente, or this guy is whatever, or this guy is just BAMF. There you go. That's the Emperor K9 cigar. That's Vasco, my doggy.
I know.
That's one of my favorite cigars ever, to be honest with you. And but I believe it's just if you have the money and you can prepay and have your decide or the place that you want to be, you just choose it. So it's not making favors. It's just having the money or not having the money. That's all. That's all. So in that regret, I will give it to them. So it's not like oh, you are this guy, I'll give you the best place. No, they give you a floor plan and you choose whatever you want. You pay, is yours, or your reserve is yours. You don't, it's not yours. Somebody can come and take it off. So,
now let me ask you: Did Scott Pierce, who's head of the PCA, did he come around and say hi to every booth and introduce and like
he
did you
didn't
feel welcomed?
He didn't introduce himself, but he was saying hello to everyone. So many of the people over there, the whole directive, they were going, and you can see, on the tag, he's saying, PCA, blah, 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 directors or board of directors or whatever. And they don't go and shake your hands and say, hey, how you doing? Or nothing like that. But, hey, guys, nice show, whatever, and they keep going. Again, it's too many people. So we were thousands over thousands of people over there, and I'll tell you something. I never was so tired in my life, just for not moving. It's funny. I put a post this morning. I never use a watch because I'm all day working. But when I go out or whatever, I put a watch. Okay, I close more rings in the fucking iPhone watch or whatever in 4 days than in 4 years. It's just like a two. Like, hey, take a minute, breathe. I say, what the? Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to sell cigars. Breathe. Give me a minute. My watch is telling me to breathe. Hold on. Now, what you want? It's like you're going like
I can second that. I went to Vegas for CES, Consumer Electronics Show. It's been a bucket list. I'm a tech junkie. I walked over 60 miles from Tuesday to Friday in the Las Vegas Convention Center. In fact, I brought my buddy who got us in because one of his friends was a vendor and had extra passes, so we got in. And we walked into the foyer, and he's like, dude, this is huge. Holy cow. And I'm like, this is like the entrance. You haven't seen anything yet. And then you walk into the other one, it's massive, and then there's another building that's 2 stories. I couldn't believe how much I walked.
Ryan, in one day, Friday, okay, that we start Saturday, but Friday, just setting up things. And it was probably a couple hours. I walk in 200 square feet over 6 miles. 6 miles in 200 square feet. I thought like a prisoner, like going in the cell from one place to the other. like, what the fuck is going on? I say, man, I'm tired. Why am I so tired? But well, I know why I'm so tired. 6 miles with not even 200 square feet, a 10 by 20. But yeah, that was good. Now we are gonna do way better for sure in the TPE. The TPE is gonna be way better for us. Way better. It's more boutique people.
Since you brought up TPE, I wanted to ask you, because I heard Robert Caldwell, who I'm sure you saw his Facebook post, rip apart PCA people, the board and stuff, for taking off early. Do you find that TPE is more of a serious buying show than PCA?
TPE, most people are not going for the cigars per se. They will buy the cigars. They go more for marijuana stuff and vaping stuff or whatever. But for boutique cigars, absolutely yes. I have 2 guys that you come into the TPE this year, so you pick up all your Supermans, your superhero line, I will buy them, all of them up in there. I said, well, why you don't buy it 2 days over here? I said, well, because we can just to look. Our budget, it comes for the TPE, not for the PCA. So we don't have the money to do it. We have the money, but they give us the money to go to the TPE. So I know that as soon as I put my foot in the TPE, I'm going to be making in 1 hour more than I did over here. Except for my friend that give me 200 stores. That's not many people can say that. It will be way better, because it's everything, you know. It's not just tobacco, it's all the stuff. So, but
did you offer any sort of deals at PCA prior to PCA?
No.
Or did you give them just a PCA?
What happened to me is, I don't know if you remember, I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't cut it because of the address mistake. So by the time that they approved me, all the directory, it was done, all the emails was sent. So I went over there with no one appointment set up, none, because I was not in the directory, because I was the last second. Remember, they closed May 22nd, and they approved me, I believe it was like a June 18th. So there was no way to put me over there. They took my money like everyone else, but I was not part of that. The good thing is that it was over there, Sister of the Leaf Global Movement, which my wife is part of them, and we're doing something with them. So that helped me a lot. You know, with different people that they want the 200 stores, they want, you know, like many factories. I was surprised asking factories if I can make cigars for them. I didn't say nothing. I just, you know, yes. So holy cow. And then obviously I find out why, because the little factories, not the big ones, the little ones, as you well know, China is buying every single thing. Like something that buy Cuban cigars, they buy in Nicaragua, they buy in Dominican Republic, in Honduras, in Salvador, Ecuador, you know, you name it. And they don't have tobacco. And they asked me to make cigars for them, which was I was like a kind of awkward. A factory come to you. Again, they tiny factories or tiny brands. And that was good. Then another thing is tons of reps that they sick and tired to be all day long on the go, you know, like making 3,000 miles a month, and they want to settle, and they have their accounts already, and they want to do their own things or whatever. I was approached by many of them too to make a cigar, because everyone told them, even big guys said, no, you want a cigar? You want to talk with Ish. He will take care of you. So we can't. You have to have a minimum with us. You have to do this. You have to do that. But Ishi will take you. You want 500, 500. You want 10,000, 10,000. You want a million. He will do it for you. So that's the good thing about the cigar industry, that you cannot take something you give to another people. You don't say, you know what, I cannot do it. Fuck it. You will not get it. No, big names. You will say, listen, I cannot do it. That's not me. But that guy, and that guy, they can do it for you. So go and sit down with them. So that was I was like, wow.
So did you get any new, like, did you get better success out of people wanting you to make their cigars than you did bringing in new shops?
Yes. Honestly, yes. If it wasn't for my friend Hook, that he hooked me up with over 200 stores, I would just go over there and, you know, I'll have fun, meet people, do a little deals here and there, but I would not sell many cigars at all. So that guy alone, he saved my ass, per se. But if he was not there, it would be the people that want me to make the cigars for them. Is what he saved my butt. Which, as a matter of fact, you know, when I make a cigar, you don't making too much money as a factory, but I make more money selling a cigar to this guy than just wholesaling my own cigars, because I lose a lot of money. So at the end of the day, I write to make cigars for other people and sell my cigars myself. That's selling in the stores. But, you know, if you tell, okay, I have 1,000 stores and you make $1 in a cigar and you sell 1,000 cigars per month to these 1,000 stores, it's $1 million cigars, it's $1 million a month. Yeah, something like this, it will be good. Other than that, you know, it's more money. It's more money, too much work to do. You have to be on top of things. It's hard. Cigars are not that simple. People think, I have 10 grand, I'm going to make, you know, 2,000 cigars, and they're going to be rich.
Well, no, because they're going to get all fucked up by the government from whatever country, and then our own country is going to fuck up a portion. So, yeah, no, totally. But, in closing, Ish, just, I have to say thank you so much for being willing to jump on last minute.
Absolutely.
You're such a good friend of mine in the show. And I am so excited to have you at my home.
It's going to be nice.
It's going to be so much fun.
You're going to be smoking a cigar nobody smoked before.
I know. That's what I wanted to end the show on. So for those of you that don't know, this is not a cigar that's ever going to be in production unless Ish wants to put it in a production of some kind. But I make my own bacon, and if you guys have never had his Breakfast of Champions cigar, there is no better cigar that goes with coffee in the morning than his Breakfast of Champions cigar. Definitely one of my favorites that he makes. And what he does is he drapes the leaves in bacon grease and lets them dry, so they're all naturally infused. They're not chemically infused. And I sent Ish a 10-pound slab of my bacon, and he is bringing me a bundle or so of cigars of the Breakfast of Champion blend with my bacon grease used on it. And I am beyond excited to try that cigar. He has smoked it already and said it's sweet. Yeah. You can taste the maple and everything else. So,
and the smell is, oh my God.
That's good bacon, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
That took me about 5 or 6 tries to get that down. And my wife and I were like, it's done. Don't tamper with it. It is what it is. It's perfect.
It's good. How it is perfect. Don't change anything. It's good. And those cigars, Jesus Christ, it's good. Right, look, give me the chills.
I might be doing a little giveaway on the show to somebody to just because it's not a cigar that anybody's ever going to get an opportunity to try, unless you're at my house for the cookout. And then everybody will get one. But so thank you so much, Ish, for being a great friend to the show, for being a great friend to me. And cheers to you. And I truly hope that if you can make our fundraiser, you obviously will be there. If not, I have two of these glasses on side for you to take home and put up in your collection, as well as a coin from the event I'm going to save for you. And by the way, the event that we're talking about is Rocky Mountain Cigar Night. Ish is actually going to be a sponsor of it, going to be doing sending us something for the auction and then whatever else his heart contents to send. And it just truly means a lot that the cigar community is just so giving. And I really do feel that this cigar community is really the best in the world and the least selfless, or I should say the most selfless community of really anybody in my opinion in the country. When you say we have a fundraiser, they're like, bam, we're there, and so from the bottom of my heart, Ish, thank you so much for jumping on. But Absolutely. In closing, I will give you the final word of the show to promote your product. By the way, go to ROFC Cigars or ROCF Cigars .com or BAMFcigars.com. Use my promo code RMCS15 for 15% off. And I will tell you, every one of his cigars is worth trying 110%. They always smoke great. And if they don't, complain to him, not me.
Well said.
So, Ish, the end of the show is yours to close it out. And please promote. Tell people new lounges that you brought on, where to find you, and you're on deck.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, let me see. Bruce is August 13th. It's not the 14th in Indiana. It's on the 13th. And it will be from 1 to 6. It's only 5 hours. So that was, I just read that Bruce was asking a question for the BCA. Oh, my cigars is easy. Like he just said, go to a BAMF, badass motherfucking cigars.com, or go to a ROCF, which is Rodriguez Olivan Cigars Factory, cigars.com. And stores, you are going to see me a lot now in Louisiana, in the whole state of Louisiana. You will see me in Nevada in a few stores, California in a few stores. Finally, I will start to do my homework in my own state, Florida. I was lazy and didn't have the time neither to do it. So now we're doing this. And mostly it's, for now it's internet, things like that. And of course, you want your cigar. That's for sure.
Awesome. And everybody, you may be seeing a brand new BAMF sign taking over this area when it comes through. But I will show you, this is probably one of the coolest boxes in the industry. It is a ammo box with all the detail on the back. This is the quality that you get from BAMF when you buy. And this thing is absolutely fantastic. I love this. There's a reason why it's displayed up here, and it's not because that Ish is a sponsor. I am a huge gun guy. So before we go, Ish, what is your favorite sidearm? What is your favorite rifle?
Oh, rifles. Almost anyone. Side gun. Sorry, I had to go back to the Glock. I'm sorry, and the Glock, I love it. I always had the 19. I work with the 17. Then we chose the 19th. But for me, the Glock 43X is phenomenal. Rifles, I love all of them. So I cannot give you long distance, short distance, precision.
Well, let me put it this way. Zombie attack happens. What rifle do you want to have in your hand?
Hell, I would have a fucking shotgun. As soon as they come, they gone. I don't want to kill them far away. They are gonna hear me, you know. A shotgun, that's for sure. But
what about bullpup? Would you take a bullpup?
I would. And another thing that I like is, you know, in the United States, there's not many of them, but you can convert. Well, in the United States, it's not allowed, and I don't think somebody have it. It's the Glock 18, the fully automatic, and you can put it into, you know, per se, AR-15 per se, and it's such the same thing that it will be a rifle. Probably that will be my carry, because you can carry and you can just put it in and do it 2-in-1. That thing is phenomenal. I love it. We have one over there in Europe, and only bad thing that if somebody want to shoot it, you need your fingerprint. With no your fingerprint, it will not shoot. The one that they assign.
I have a problem with that. So real quick, since we are at time, but I just got to say, I have a problem with that as a safety measure, because that requires a battery. That requires energy to use. If that battery is dead or uncharged, that gun is no more than a fucking paperweight and won't do a damn bit of good for you. So I actually have really, really big issues if that ever comes to this country as a mechanism for gun control. Now, my idea of gun control is holding it the right way, aiming down the sights, and firing it correctly. And you and I are the exact same way in that sense.
Absolutely. And not only that, God forbid you just, you know, you cut your finger. Now it's not reading. You're eating something and you need to use your gun. Now it's greasy. You cannot read. So it's kind of stupid. But they only deal with that one because, that thing is a machine. You can put, you know, 100 rounds magazine, which is this long. And that thing is, you know, in 0.0, it's gone. So what the heck? So I love it. I just love it.
Well, in closing here, Oh, here we go. Bruce says gun control is a steady hand. Totally agree with you, Bruce. Totally agree with you. And in fact, I'm probably a better shot than Ish. No, I'm totally kidding.
I don't know about that.
Hey, you know what? You know what? If you get down here early enough on Friday, we'll go to my landlord's house that I got shooting range at. I'll put my Smith & Wesson 9mm shield that I cut the bullseye out for my my carry certification test. And we'll have a good time. Sounds like a challenge. It is a challenge.
It's a challenge.
It's a big challenge. So Ish, as always, much love, brother. And you mean the world to me as a friend. And I truly appreciate you. I am so excited to have you out here in Colorado. I'm so excited to cook for you, have a party, bring some wine, some cigars, stay up incredibly late, and then go smoke cigars all day the next day. So
Sounds
it's going to be so much fun. So thank you, everybody. And I apologize again to Eddie. It just, his internet was not coming through good. And I really didn't think it was doing him a good service when it was every other word is what you were hearing. So Eddie, please, humbly, I apologize for having to cut you off. But when I have everybody in the comments saying they can't hear you, I got to go with them. And Ish, thank you so much for always being willing to be a backup for me.
My pleasure.
Much appreciated. Ish will be at Cigar Fest, but as a patron, not a table. So he will be walking around intensely criticizing every booth and every cigar.
I'm gonna pick up my knife and let me cut it, you motherfucker. You see what
And you know what? I'm going to be doing media for New Air, and you might see Ish as a co-host on a few of those media programs because Ish and I will be writing to Cigar Fest together. So until we see you again, smoke what you like, smoke as often as you can, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.